All right, well, Sophia, you are starting right now a Beethoven song. Okay, you already did Mozart. Now you're doing Beethoven. And Beethoven actually was one of Mozart's favorite students. Mozart actually said, the world needs to watch out for Beethoven. He's going to be a great composer someday. Okay, so Beethoven had a chance to work with Mozart for about 2 weeks when he visited Vienna. Okay, so you're playing right now a part of a song, the Shepherd Song, that's in the Sixth Symphony. Now, Beethoven only wrote 9 symphonies. Okay, the first symphony that he wrote was obviously Symphony Number 1. The last one he wrote was Symphony Number 9. And by the time that he wrote the Ninth Symphony, he was deaf. And Symphony Number 9 was the one that went like this. Probably his most famous symphony. Symphony Number 5 was actually another really big one he wrote, and that was the one that went like this. Ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum. Okay, so you probably heard that one too. Okay, that has the famous opener. And he wrote Symphony Number 5 and Symphony Number 6, which was a pastoral symphony, around the same time period. Okay, Symphony Number 6, the Pastoral Symphony. This was all about the outdoors, the countryside. Okay, he'd like to take walks out in the country, enjoy the birds singing, watch the pastures with all the deer, and the animals in it. He just enjoyed taking walks like that in the countryside, and so he started work on Symphony Number 6 and Symphony Number 5 around the same time. For some odd reason, he abandoned Symphony Number 5 and just finished Symphony Number 6 first. And then he went back, finished Symphony Number 5. And when he did the performances of these songs, he actually did Symphony Number 6 before Symphony Number 5 in the performance. So by the time the players, by the time they finished Symphony Number 6 during the performance, they were so tired that they actually made mistakes when they were performing Symphony Number 5, which actually was a bigger symphony, noticeably bigger to people now when they listen to it than Symphony Number 6 is. Okay, but Symphony Number 6, this is all about the countryside. This is all about nature, taking walks out in the country. It's just supposed to be very peaceful, very relaxful. And it starts out with this beautiful, beautiful piano roll. Okay? Now, if you notice right here on the right hand, your right hand thumb, that's your first finger. Second finger is your index finger. Third finger is the middle finger. Fourth finger is your ring finger. Fifth finger is your pinky. That's in your right hand. Okay? It says your right hand first finger, your thumb, is on middle C. And middle C, if you look at the name of your piano or the name of your keyboard, you're looking for the white key before the 2 black keys. That's middle C. That's where your right hand's going to go. Now I'm going to switch to my piano sound because we're kind of going back to a piano piece. All right? Now your left hand right here is also on the C, but it's the C below middle C. Okay? And it says put a 5 on C. So if you could look at here, middle C, you're all the way down here. You're going to put a 5th finger on it. So your first finger in your right hand is on C, but in the left hand, your 5th finger is going to be on C. Third finger is going to be on E. First finger is on G. Okay, now I want you to practice this. Play your 5th finger in the left hand to C, third finger E, thumb G, and you're playing a chord. Try rolling it like that. Go 5, 3, 1, together. That's called a C chord. And you can do the same thing with the right hand. Put your 1 on middle C, play your 3, 5, and together. So when I play this right here, I play a C chord. Right here, in the right hand, C chord. And there's different ways to play these chords, which we'll talk about all that later, okay? When you roll it like this, it's still a chord, but it's called an arpeggio. You're rolling it out the notes, okay? Each note at a time. And if what I can do is I can actually play the octave above it. That's 8 notes above the first C. That means it's an octave. Okay, like an octopus has 8 arms. Well, if you go 8 notes above the one note, you come to the octave. Okay, that's actually what you're doing in this song, except they want you to take your first finger in your right hand and put it right there. Okay, and you're just rolling it with the pedal held down. I got my pedal right there. I'm holding it down. I'm just rolling it out. Come backwards, forward, backwards. And the pedal just holds those notes down for you. Okay? So, besides practicing the chord, practice rolling the arpeggio like that with the pedal down. That sounds very much like Beethoven. And so the big question is, how in the world did Beethoven write music when he was deaf? Well, the interesting thing that he did was he took the legs of his piano, sawed them off, had the piano on the ground. With the piano part on the ground down here, he could feel the vibrations as he was playing the keys. And then in his head, he heard the music. That's how he wrote music when he was deaf.